What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. It looks like Movsar Evloev versus Lerone Murphy may be happening at UFC London on March 21st, though the promotion has not officially announced the fight. Ticket sites like TickPick are already listing Evloev versus Murphy as the main event, creating a lot of buzz among fans. Evloev currently holds the #1 spot in the featherweight division, while Murphy sits at #4. Whoever comes out on top in this matchup is expected to earn the next title shot, making this one of the most important and highly anticipated fights in the division this year. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to help support the channel. Moving on to another news, Alexander Volkanovski has revealed that he is currently in the process of negotiating a brand new contract with the UFC as talks continue behind the scenes. During a recent interview, he was asked directly about his deal, especially with the promotion entering a new era and benefiting from an influx of money through a fresh broadcast agreement. When questioned about whether he had already renegotiated or signed a new contract for his upcoming fight, Volkanovski admitted that discussions are still ongoing. He explained that he and his team are actively in talks with the UFC and working through the details step by step. While he did not give specific numbers or timelines, he made it clear that progress is being made. At first, his response was cautious and measured, but he later confirmed that a new deal is on the way. He said they are going through the process and that everything is moving in the right direction towards securing an updated contract. The interviewer acknowledged the news and congratulated him on the development. Volkanovski responded with appreciation and gratitude, thanking everyone involved. With negotiations underway, it appears that one of the UFC's biggest stars is positioning himself for the next chapter of his career with improved terms and long-term security. Moving on to another news, Rafael Fiziev has revealed that he always had a feeling he would eventually cross paths with Mauricio Ruffy, and he was not surprised when the fight was officially announced. Speaking ahead of their matchup this weekend, Fiziev explained that sometimes he can sense when a fight is going to happen, even before it is made public. He recalled similar experiences with other opponents, like Ignacio, when he talked with fighters in his division and felt certain they would meet in the cage. In Ruffy's case, the feeling was immediate and clear. Fiziev said that on the same day he spoke with Ruffy, he just knew a fight between them would happen soon. When the announcement came during the event by DC, he was not shocked at all. He emphasized that it felt like something inevitable, a natural meeting between two top strikers in the division. Breaking down Ruffy's style, Fiziev pointed out that he is a striker with a mix of karate and boxing. He expects Ruffy to rely heavily on counterattacks, staying patient, and waiting for opportunities to exploit openings. Fiziev believes Ruffy will focus on reading his movements, timing his counters, and capitalizing on any mistakes. Fiziev said he is prepared for this strategy and will approach the fight with awareness, knowing that patience and precision will be key for both fighters. He acknowledged Ruffy's strengths and respectably predicted that the fight will be a striking battle where timing, countering, and technical skill will play a major role. Fiziev's confidence comes from experience, preparation, and a deep understanding of his opponent's style, making this matchup one of the most anticipated showdowns in the division. Moving on to another news, Max Holloway has shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight between Alexander Volkanovski and Diego Lopes, and he is leaning strongly toward Volkanovski coming out on top. Speaking about the matchup, Max admitted that something about Alex's confidence has really stood out to him in recent weeks. He explained that Alex has been going around telling people that he is going to make this fight look super easy, and that kind of mindset says a lot about where he is mentally and physically. According to Max, when a fighter of Volkanovski's caliber talks like that, it usually means he is seeing something in training that others are not. Max also mentioned that Alex has been eager to turn around quickly and get back into competition. That hunger to fight again shows that he still feels sharp, motivated, and ready to prove himself at the highest level. Because of that, Max said he finds it hard to ever bet against Alex in big moments. At the same time, he made sure to give Diego Lopes plenty of respect. He described Diego as an animal, a dangerous and exciting fighter who brings non-stop pressure and creativity. Max stressed that Diego is extremely talented and capable of surprising anyone. However, when it comes down to it, Max believes experience will play the biggest role. In his view, Volkanovski's years at the top, his championship mindset, and his ability to adapt inside the cage give him a major edge. That overall experience is why Max is leaning toward Alex winning this fight. Moving on to another news, Lerone Murphy has opened up about why he believes the UFC chose to give Diego Lopes a title shot instead of him or Movsar Evloev. Speaking honestly about the situation, Murphy suggested the decision was not just about performances inside the cage, but also about marketability and business strategy. He explained that when he looked at himself, Movsar and Diego, he did not see a huge difference in skill or consistency. In his view, they have all proven themselves at a high level. He even joked that if it was not going to be him, then maybe it should have been Movsar. However, he questioned whether Diego was really doing something drastically different from the rest. According to Lerone, the biggest factor is the markets the UFC is trying to grow. He said there are two major regions the promotion is focused on right now: the Mexican market and the Chinese market. Diego connects strongly with one of those audiences, and that gives him a major advantage. Murphy pointed out that even though Diego is not actually Mexican, he embraces the culture, represents it proudly, and promotes himself in a way that resonates with fans. He knows how to carry himself, how to connect with people, and how to create excitement around his name. He added that this is part of the entertainment side of mixed martial arts. While results matter, personality, branding, and fan connection also play a huge role. In Lerone's opinion, that combination is what helped Diego move ahead in the title race. Moving on to another news, Daniel Cormier has shared his honest thoughts on how the UFC is handling Movsar Evloev's career, and he believes the undefeated contender is being treated worse than even Arman. While interviewing Alexander Volkanovski, DC questioned the recent matchmaking decisions in the featherweight division and expressed frustration over Evloev's lack of opportunity. He pointed out that despite Movsar's impressive record and consistent performances, he still has not gained real traction toward a championship fight. According to DC, there is currently no fighter being overlooked more than Evloev, and he finds it hard to understand why the UFC has not pushed him forward. In his view, even Arman, who has also faced delays and setbacks, has received more recognition than Movsar. During the conversation, DC asked Volkanovski if he was surprised that Diego Lopes was once again being placed in a major position. He also referenced Lerone Murphy's strong performance against Aaron Pico and reminded everyone that he had publicly suggested Murphy should be next in line. Despite that, Movsar was once again left waiting. Volkanovski explained that he was not completely shocked by the decision to go with Diego, because he had gradually seen that matchup coming. It was not something that appeared out of nowhere. However, he admitted that right after his own fight, he personally wanted Movsar next. He said he called for that matchup and believed it made the most sense at the time. According to Alex, the UFC told him they wanted Movsar to fight again before moving into title contention. At one point, Evloev was supposed to face Silva, but that bout never happened. After that, attention shifted to Lerone Murphy. When Murphy finally secured a finish, Volkanovski even tweeted that he would see him in December, believing that could be the turning point. He also acknowledged that one issue holding Movsar back may be his fighting style. While extremely effective, it can sometimes be viewed as boring by fans and promoters. That lack of flashy finishes may have slowed his rise. Overall, DC and Volkanovski both made it clear that Evloev's situation is frustrating. Despite doing everything right inside the cage, he continues to be passed over, leaving many to wonder when he will finally receive the title opportunity he has earned. Moving on to another news, Dan Hooker has shared his thoughts on Justin Gaethje's knockout loss to Max Holloway and believes the result was heavily influenced by a series of unfortunate events. According to Hooker, the fight did not truly reflect the gap in skill between the two fighters, and he would love to see them run it back in a rematch. Speaking about a possible BMF matchup, Dan said that a Gaethje versus Holloway rematch would be his top choice. He admitted that he does not even think Justin enjoys watching that fight back because so many things went wrong for him on the night. In Hooker's view, it was one of those rare situations where everything seemed to fall apart at once. He pointed out that Gaethje was repeatedly poked in the eye during the fight, which affected his vision. On top of that, his nose was broken, making it difficult for him to breathe properly. Dan explained that Justin threw that same kick many times in training and in past fights, and it almost never landed the way it did that night. However, this time, it connected perfectly, causing serious damage. With his breathing compromised and his vision blurred, Gaethje was forced to fight under extreme conditions. Hooker believes that if even a few of those factors had been different, the outcome might have changed. He made it clear that he does not think Holloway completely outclassed Gaethje the way many fans remember. Instead, he sees the fight as a combination of bad luck and unfortunate timing. For Dan, That is why a rematch would make sense and could tell a very different story. Moving on to another news. Tuivasa is preparing for a crucial fight this weekend as he looks to snap a tough 5-fight losing streak and restart his climb in the heavyweight division. He is set to face Talison Teixeira in his first appearance since suffering a split decision loss to Jairzinho Rozenstruik back in August of 2024. Currently riding a difficult stretch in his career, Tai admitted that the past few years have been challenging, both physically and mentally. However, he believes this upcoming fight represents a fresh start. He said he is pumped to be back, especially with the UFC returning to Sydney, and feels energized by the atmosphere and support of the home crowd. Tai explained that during his time away, he needed real rest, not just from fighting, but from the grind of training and competition. He spent time relaxing, resetting his mindset, and allowing his body to recover. Now, he says he feels genuinely refreshed and ready to compete again. According to him, this is the first time in a long while that he has truly felt excited to step back into the cage. He also revealed that the first month of training was extremely tough. After taking time off and putting his feet up, he knew getting back into fighting shape would not be easy. He described those early weeks as a war, but added that he feels strong and confident now. Tai understands that nothing in this sport comes easy, and that hard work is simply part of the game. Addressing criticism, he said people will always talk. When you win, you are praised, and when you lose, you are questioned. That is just the reality of fighting. Despite that, his focus remains clear. His plan is simple. Get the win this weekend, raise his hand, stay active, and work his way back up the rankings. Tai knows the division is competitive, but he is determined to get the job done and rebuild his momentum one fight at a time. Moving on to another news. Israel Adesanya recently found himself on the receiving end of some playful trolling from his own brother, leading to a funny and lighthearted moment. During a casual conversation, his brother jokingly referred to him as China's first male world champion, clearly trying to tease him and get a reaction. He went on to say that Israel has the potential to become China's second male champion, continuing the joke and keeping the mood light. When asked who the first champion was, he confidently named Zhang Li, which only added to the humor of the situation. At first, it seemed like he might be serious, but it quickly became clear that he was joking around. Israel reacted with surprise and laughter, clearly caught off guard by the comment. Playing along, he joked that he is Chinese and has a Chinese heart, leaning into the moment and embracing the fun. The exchange quickly went viral among fans, who enjoyed seeing this relaxed and humorous side of Adesanya. It was a reminder that even at the highest level, fighters still share simple, funny moments with family and loved ones. Moving on to another news. Talk is heating up around a potential showdown between Islam Makhachev and Ian Garry, and it might be closer than many fans expected. During a recent interview with MMA Junkie's Mike Bond, Islam's manager, Ali Abdelaziz, revealed that the UFC is currently leaning toward booking Islam versus Ian Garry next, rather than the fight Islam personally wants against Kamaru Usman. According to Ali, both Islam and Usman are eager to face each other, and they have made that clear behind the scenes. However, the UFC does not seem fully on board with that matchup right now. Instead, the promotion may be considering Ian Garry as the next opponent. Ali explained that two possible dates are being discussed at the moment. One option is May at the Credential Center in the New York, New Jersey area. The other option is June at the UFC White House event, which has already been generating major attention. Ali made it clear that while he has no personal issue with Ian Garry, he does not believe the matchup makes sense from a competitive or business standpoint. He pointed out that Garry recently lost to Shavkat and was nearly finished by Prates. In his view, that does not position Garry as someone who can sell out arenas or headline massive events. Ali said that the numbers simply do not add up for him, and that Garry is not the star some people believe he is. He also mentioned that Garry was not strong enough, in his opinion, to serve as a main event fighter in Qatar. From Ali's perspective, Islam deserves a bigger and more meaningful fight, especially considering his status and accomplishments in the sport. He stressed that this is his side of the story, and that the UFC likely has its own reasoning and plans. Ali added that Islam is ready to compete in either May or June, and is flexible about the location. Whether it is the Credential Center in May or the White House event in June, Islam is prepared to move forward and defend his position at the top. As things stand, it is becoming increasingly clear that the UFC is not prioritizing a matchup between Islam and Kamaru Usman right now. While that fight remains appealing to many fans, the promotion seems more interested in exploring other options, with Garry emerging as a serious possibility. Moving on to another news, the UFC may be considering a blockbuster matchup between Conor McGregor and Paddy Pimblett, after Dana White recently shut down talks of Conor facing Michael Chandler. According to Ariel Helwani, the promotion could pivot to a Conor versus Paddy fight instead, potentially creating one of the most talked about events of the year. Helwani explained that while Conor's return is still uncertain, there is a major pay-per-view planned for July, possibly July 11th, and the UFC could save Conor for that card to maximize ticket sales, gate revenue, and overall attention. Helwani emphasized that things are just getting started, with Dana White announcing that matchmaking for the July card would begin on Monday. The UFC is still working through the details, and at this stage, nothing is official. The timing is tricky because Conor has only a limited number of fights left, historically speaking, and he hasn't competed in nearly 5 years. If Conor is involved, Helwani sees a scenario where Paddy Pimblett becomes his opponent, while Michael Chandler would be the preferred matchup. If that doesn't happen, Paddy is likely the next choice. Meanwhile, Justin Gaethje is expected to fight Ilya, and Arman will likely face another opponent, as he does not currently have a strong fan push from the promotion. Helwani noted that although this is his prediction, the situation could change at any time, with multiple twists and turns possible before the card is finalized. The potential Conor versus Paddy matchup has fans buzzing, and if it happens, it could be one of the biggest events in UFC history, combining star power, entertainment, and massive fan interest.